And as your first alert election station, CBS 7 is committed to having candidate conversations with those running statewide as well as locally to make better sense of your complicated ballot. Joy Diaz is competing in the Democratic primary for governor with a more nuanced view on gun control. Have a look. The primaries in Texas are heating up, and Beto O'Rourke may have a run for his money in terms of the Democratic gubernatorial primary. Joy Diaz's experience as a reporter for over 20 years made her throw her hat in the ring, especially due to her recent work during the pandemic.
Like many people, I had the opportunity to stay home if I wanted to, but I was a reporter at the time, and so talking to people on the ground is what reporters do. So I was on the streets, I was visiting other towns. I was talking to people during the pandemic, which made me what essential personnel were doing. We were out there doing our jobs. And so I was able to see the pandemic from a different perspective. When you are perfectly wealthy, when you are in your ivory tower, it is very difficult for you to come down and touch the ground and see the people and see their suffering.
As a former public school teacher and a mother to two kids herself, Joy Diaz has a unique position on education.
Understand it very well. But when I think about what needs to happen in education for the next generation, my first goal would be to put someone in the Texas Education Agency who has experience as an educator and not just a good friend of mine, which is what's happening right now, that the Texas Education Agency is not being led by an educator, it's being led by a friend of the governor. That's not a qualification for leading children into the future.
And in contrast to the more visible candidate running in the Democratic gubernatorial primary, Diaz has a more nuanced view on guns. While she feels there should be some restrictions, there is an important distinction on her views.
I mean, I know there are people who are in the Democratic Party who oppose guns, for instance, and who say, oh, we're going to take away your guns. I do have a big difference there because government, life, dreams cannot be black and white. What am I going to do with your guns? Nothing. You can keep them, you can use them. They are tools, they are culture, they are part of our constitutional rights.